When she finally declared that he was worth more than me, I didn't flare up with rage, nor did I weep, nor even flinch. I stood still, watching the woman who once whispered her most intimate dreams to me beneath the veil of night now defend a man whose smiles clung to her longer than they should have when I turned away. She demanded, "Apologize to him, or we're finished." Inside me, a strange calm rose, like a storm suddenly snuffed out. 3 years of marriage, 6 years of shared days, nights, and breaths. We had woven our story like a melody, sometimes chaotic, but always balanced. Her laughter once rang true to me. I believed in it. Then came him, her so-called closest friend. The kind who held her too tightly, whose eyes clung to her lips each time she spoke. At first, I swallowed my unease. I wouldn't play the jealous husband. Yet, respect has a distinct scent, and his reeked of boundaries crossed. It wasn't one grand betrayal, but a slow, relentless drip of 1,000 small wounds. The laptop slammed shut when I entered the room. Messages whispered, "You're my safe place forever." A phone lock changed for no clear reason. Matching bracelets I dismissed as harmless. A hotel bill she dismissed as an error. I said nothing. Instead, I swallowed the hurt, collecting it inside me like a bitter tonic, easier to manage once I gave it a name. The final fracture came during a fight. I confronted him, and he smirked, his silence louder than words. "She's already chosen me." And she had, without pause, without hesitation. She stood next to him, not me. That night, I walked out. Left the home, the keys, the life I had poured my soul into building. Silence became my weapon, and for 4 days, I wielded it mercilessly. She called, she texted, she sobbed outside my door. I gave nothing back. Silence eats at people. Desperation drives mistakes. I began digging. An old friend at her bank revealed she'd opened a secret account 6 months earlier, funneling away $1,800. She was preparing her escape, never imagining I'd leave first. So I waited. I listened. I let her twist tales to our friends, painting me as paranoid, unstable. I allowed them to misjudge me. In their era, I found my opening. His name was Jason. A realtor by trade, a serpent by nature. I had crossed paths with him years earlier over a property deal, and even then, he tried to cut me down. He had forged papers that drained my savings. I reported him quietly, and the board stripped his license. He never realized I was the hand behind his downfall. Yet now he sat in my home, eating my food, brushing against my wife. This wasn't just betrayal, it was an old debt resurfacing. The first move was leverage. Her hidden bank account was pathetically easy to access. The password, Melody04, was exactly what I expected. I captured screenshots of every transfer, every message, and organized them neatly into a file I titled *Loyalty Star. Jason was next. A friend in property law tipped me off that 2 of his deals were skating close to fraud. I sent anonymous notices to the board, then posed as a client, coaxing him into sending doctored listings. Every recorded word became another nail in his coffin, and I forwarded the evidence directly to his victims. By day 4, she was unraveling. She stood outside my door, tearful, desperate. I let her in, listened as she begged forgiveness, and even held her trembling hand. I told her I forgave her, and then handed her the file. She skimmed through the evidence, the transfers, the messages, the proof. Her face drained pale. I told her I wouldn't destroy her, as long as she left quietly. No alimony. No conditions. Just silence. She nodded without protest and walked out. The last act was Jason. He called, spitting threats and rage. I agreed to meet at a diner. He arrived smug, dripping arrogance. I met him with calm. Sliding a flash drive across the table, I told him it contained proof of 12 victims, fraudulent contracts, forged signatures. "When this is done, you'll be lucky to sell trinkets on the street," I said. He tried to bluster. I leaned closer. "And by the way, she was never yours. You were only the fire she used to burn herself down." Then I stood and left him there, never turning back. 6 months on, she's living with her sister. Jason's license is gone again. Word is, they no longer speak. People ask how I stay so composed, why I don't seethe with bitterness. But revenge doesn't thrive on fury, It's born of clarity. That clarity came the moment she told me he meant more. She was right, in her way. To her, he was more. To me, he was nothing but fuel.